All right. Well, that poll is close unless something drastic happens in the next few moments. It looks like chat's going to go for it. Bowen, hello. Looks like chat's going to go for it. Let's see if we can make that official. Is Junior still in decline? Considering he's a 78 overall, I'd say yes. I'd say yes, he is still in decline. It's getting close to 50-50. Yeah, I don't know why the hell Junior just decided to fall off the face of the earth, but he did. Really quickly. For the sake of simplicity, let's get rid of all the trash. And we'll wait to see where that vote finishes. But it is looking like it's going to be a vote for stay the course. Cut Danny Trejo. Looks like the vote is going to be for stay the course and give it another shot, which would pretty much be the last hurrah for a Trey Turner and Ketel Marte. Like, this is it. If your team can't put it together this season, then I can't imagine they ever will. And it is going to be official. You guys are going to go for it for one more season. So, let's figure out this team really quickly then, shall we? Shall we? So the big guys, Campillo, Carlisle. Not that you desperately need them, but to be honest, since you let go of certain people, you probably should look to hold on to them. Not lose them for nothing, and then there's really nobody else to be overly worried about. Yeah. All right. Arbitration-wise, because we need to see just how much money you guys are going to have to work with. Cedric Doss. You have one more year with Cedric Doss at $10 million before he asks for a max contract. You have one more season, chat, before he costs the sun and the moon. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Joel Donnelly, you at least get 3 more years before he is going to demand to be paid a lot. And he was an all-star this year for the first time. So that's going to be a little bit expensive. Ryan Bliss, are you going to keep him? He's behind Jordan Lawler, who needs a big boy contract next year. He's 29 years old. He did phenomenal at the plate in a short sample size. You can get him for as little as $2.4 million to be a great depth option. Or you can let him go. What do you think, chat? Ryan Bliss, $2.4 million to be a strong depth option, or do you want to try to use that money elsewhere? Yency Almonte. I mean, you might as well re-sign. He costs $700K. $700K for 3 years. He is 34, but he can just be a depth option for you. Like, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. A lot of free agents will cost you somewhat similar. And then Barager, what are you looking for? 1.2. Didn't play in the majors last year. The last time he did play in the majors, he wasn't very good. I think you guys can let go of Caleb Barager. I think you can. So Almonte is worth keeping. The consensus seems to be to keep Bliss. Ice Dogs threw out the 1-year option. Just true, you could go 1 year at 1.3. It would save a tiny bit of money over time. Not a ton, though. Let's be honest, you might as well just keep him for the 3, because you're probably going to trade him anyway. That's what you guys do. That's what you do. 3 years at 2.4. You're not saving that much money. That'll keep him happier. So Doss, Donnelly, Bliss, and Almonte have been sent deals. Caleb Barager is going to be cut. And then, for the rest of the team, Luis Acosta. We get paid a little bit. Those two guys are nobodies. Campillo, who should probably be your starting first baseman this year. Nobody else you really got to worry about. No one else is going to be that good. Second base, Cam Corsi will continue to just be a minor league option for you guys. AAA stud. Richard Calvert, sign him to a little bit. Shortstops, nobody to worry about. Left, nobody to worry about. Center, Jake McCarthy. A renewable deal for 2 years. Why the hell not? Good depth option for you. Wildered Patino. And Lantigua is yours. Nobody else to worry about. And right, Sam Short. That's it there. For the starters, how much is Saccone going for? Dirt cheap. Might as well keep him for AAA. Could be a call-up option if need be. Same thing for Desmond Norris. Donald Palma. Edgar Campillo. You got Schnell. Sammy Huerta. Luis Sachin. Robbie Stone. Go ahead and get rid of Al. He's not going to make it. And James Koo. And for the relievers, Antonio Valenzuela. You got Mark Kent that you might as well hold on to. Zach Cuevas, why not? And then Ryan Clark was obviously a filler. Mercado, 2-year deal for dirt cheap. Lawrence Ramirez. Randall Carlisle. Fidal, it is much like we've done on this before and in NBA. It's Tuki versus Twitch chat. It's primarily a draft to glory. There is some free agency involved, some trading. All right, chat. So you have a budget of $50 million with $21 million in pending offers. So needless to say, you do have some money to spend. Again, a reminder, at catcher, you have Joel Donnelly. You probably don't need to spend there. First base, you do still have Torkelson for the moment. Marte at second with Perdomo behind him. Etienne, go back to the VOD for like the first 25 minutes of the stream. Trey Turner at third. To be honest, Richard Calvert can be a decent major league backup. You got Lawler and Bliss at shortstop, so I don't really think you need to do anything there. Then in the outfield, as it is, you have too many people. Becerra, McAlpin, Carroll, Thomas, McCarthy, Gallegos, all major league caliber. So the big thing would presumably be pitching. You have Doss, you have Burns, you have Carvajal. You have Blake Wood, who's only 24. Roush is 23. So you technically have 5 guys, more than 5 guys that are major league caliber, but 5 younger guys. And of course, you still have Jarvis and Goddard in the mix. For relievers, you have Mercado, Almonte, Ramirez, maybe not quite there yet. Halsey, Barager, Louis St. Louis. I mean, clearly your top target should be a reliever. If I'm taking a pitcher, I'm going for a reliever. I mean, you guys went for the big money before with guys like Detmer in the form of Luis Severino. But yes, like Detmer's there, Green's there, Gore, Garcia. This new game still as easy as the old one building teams. Kind of, yeah. You have Bobby Trowbridge. But if you look at relievers, again, they're all veterans. Joe Barlow just won reliever of the year, if I'm not mistaken, or at least he was up there. Lucas Sims is a year older. An outright reliever, Alex Reyes is 34. Tanner Scott's 34. Got Little and Holloway. So you do have some good relievers available. And like I said, position-wise, like there are some big names out there, but you don't have room. You've elected, in a sense, to kind of keep other people. So there's nobody that really makes sense to sign without having to potentially trade somebody else, which is rough. So I will leave it up to you guys. It is your team. When I am done setting up my team, I will be looking for your response. So for Oakland, let's go ahead and add Madrano to my 40-man. Got to add Brad Stone at shortstop. to the 40-man. Manning I don't really care about. You can add Montano. Dalvo, Goldberg, Russell Smith at shortstop. Should be fine. You are only allowed to sign one, yes. At shortstop. Well, he missed all of last year with injury, but Tyler Soderstrom, 2.9 for 3 years. He's probably going to take over as my starting catcher. We'll definitely look to keep Mr. Soderstrom on board for the next few years. Cohen. He's only 24. Can't get rid of him now. $3.3 million for you as well. Hello, Davis. Very soon. Probably in about an hour when Sinski's around. Which means I got a little bit of time to go through this off season and play some Road to the Show before then. Can't let go of Rudy. Rudy's been pretty damn solid. Go to $2.3 million for Rudy. And look to keep him. And Lawrence Butler is out of his fucking mind if he thinks he's getting over $1 million. So Lawrence, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming. And then in terms of the other contracts, Austin Allen, it's a renewable deal. CJ Rodriguez, I might as well keep my strong minor league catching setup. Why not? First base, Will Hare. Let's hold on to you, Christian Smith. Don't let go of swerving too late, buddy. That happened years ago. Keep Samuel Infante on a dirt cheap contract, because I'm not paying you that much. Nobody else to worry about. Third base, Darren Banks. We'll hold on to you. Hold on to Brett Harris. For a hell of a lot less than what I was going to pay you. Jose Madrano. Gonna hold on to you. My Rule 5 pickup last year, Juan Young Park. Bet you would like $35 million. Let's see, we got Brad Stone at shortstop, who's really just got speed and that's it. Russell Smith. Kenny Young in the outfield. Maciel, I probably have to let you go. So I tried to trade him and I couldn't do it. Domingo Villalobos. Kevin Gehringer. My future in the outfield. We'll keep Goldberg as well, just as depth. Tomas Torres. Zimborski. And Richard Koo. Yeah, I think I gotta let go of Maciel. I can have contract control, but man, he's 30. I have Arnez, Young, Acuna, Maciel, Villalobos, Davis, Gehringer, Castilla. Yeah, I gotta let go of Maciel. He was never good enough at the plate. Defensive specialist, but I mean Villalobos and Gehringer have to play. So I didn't want to let go of Maciel without being able to get something back for him, but sometimes you got to make those decisions. Sign Elton Haffey. Then for starters, Brian Hernandez, Carlos Franco, Joey Estes, Quintana, Eloy Diaz, Enos Reed. Not enough Enuses walking around anymore. Will Manning, Louis Very Polish, Austin Harrison, Bryant Walsh, this guy, Jay Castaneda, Kenny Chu, relievers Ken Crisscross, Matt Dennis, I think it was also a Rule 5 pickup on a cheap as chips, as they say, renewable deal. We got Oliver, Navarre, McGill, even though he's trash. Yeah, I'm not paying McGill that much. Sorry, buddy, you're gone. And then Montana. Sweet. So $19 million with a $66 million budget now. So, Chad, have you made your call? Is it a reliever? Who's it going to be? In terms of free agency. Catcher, I think I'm good. I'm probably going to try to move on from Shea. Yeah, he'll be a free agent at the end of next year anyway. Could look at a first baseman or could just rock with Jared Reyes. Second base, we got Max Muncy. Got Devers at third. We got reigning AL MVP. Go off. We got Wynn at shortstop for now. Way too many outfielders. And for starters, May, Benitez, Cusick, Hoagland, Cohen. Could use a starter, but don't really need one. Yeah, we're both looking at relievers here. We are both looking at relievers. So I heard the Reyes name thrown out for you guys. Is that who you're going to go for? Just for the record, Reyes wants $7.4 million a year. Barlow wants $9.8. And then Tanner Scott wants $6.6. We need a name, chat. What reliever are you going to go for? Probably out of those three. Switch back over to me for a minute. Rushman's already 31. Davis is 29. Rushman 805, 815. Yeah, I'm good. MJ's 30, 750. I'm good. First base, I'd love to bring back Pete Alonso, but he is 34 already. That might be my deal, is to just offer Pete Alonso a way back in for the year. Second base, we got Muncy. Cronenworth's already in decline. Rojas is old. Bout is old. Third base, we got Devers. Shortstop, though. Meyer. Oh, Sonio Cruz. It's weird Meyer doesn't have a better bat. You know, fucking amazing arm, though. Alright, guess we're going with Reyes as your reliever. We'll make that official. Just double checking the outfield, but I got my three. Acuna, Villalobos, and Gehringer. So. Alright, so it is official for you guys. Alex Reyes, he is 34. If you want to do the dirt cheap 15-year deal, you can. I will allow it. We're both allowed to be scummy negotiators like that. And that way it would bring... It'd be down to about $2.9 million, really about $3 million on a max offer. And you can backload it, because I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'll let you do something that I'm okay with doing myself to cheese the AI. Oh, excuse me. Is that the offer? Is that the official offer? It is a full interest bar right now. Is that the official offer for Alex Reyes for the hell of it? These 15-year deals don't always work, though, in terms of negotiating. We have seen that. We have seen that. You could go after Rushman if you wanted to, but you would totally fuck over Donnelly, who just made an all-star game for you guys. Alright, I'm going to lock in that Reyes deal. You do have the top option over Tampa. For me, because you did that, I am going to go after Joe Barlow on a very, very similar deal. I'll go after old Joe. There we go. That'll be my option there. I will go for Barlow. You guys are going for Reyes. Adley Rutschman is looking for $23 million at 31 years old. A 15-year deal, should you choose to do it. Could get him down probably to around 15, even less than 15. Less than 12. About 12 million. Again, I wouldn't recommend it. You have Joel Donnelly, who just made an all-star game for you, who is only 25 and getting better. I wouldn't recommend the shortcut, but that's what the potential shortcut would look like. I mean, you could give him a one-year deal. I think. You can technically afford to send him a one-year deal. You can technically afford it. Again, don't know if it's something you would want to do. I mean, Donnelly is your lowest overall starter. But at the same time, you know. Let's see. For the A's, I got Soderstrom. I'm good. Alonso's the interesting one. Am I prepared to lose 127 RBIs? He was so good. I like Reyes a lot. I'm going to send an offer to Pete Alonso. I'm going to send an offer to Pete Alonso. Your lowest rated position player is an 85. Correct. I'm going to send Pete the big one-year deal because I can afford it. And I'm going to hope for the best that Alonso takes that for the year. And then Reyes will be good to take over. Can leave Reyes as a backup for now. Actually, let me double-check Reyes. Yeah, if Reyes was a B potential. Again, Jared hit 23 home runs last year. 80. Ooh. Honestly, Jared hit 23 home runs with 81 RBIs last year and 820. I'm going to stick with my guy here. I think I'm going to let Pete Alonso go. He wanted to leave. Fuck you. I'm going to go with my guy at first base. So I get the deal out for Barlow. Lakins was already mine. You guys had the deal out for Alex Reyes. We're locking it in. Let's see what happens here. We got money to spend, and there you go. Alex Reyes is your guy. You get the 34-year-old 88 overall reliever. Reed Detmers goes to the Reds. More like Red Detmers, am I right? And Joe Barlow rejected my offer. Campazano goes to the Dodgers, so I will not be getting anybody this free agency. Because Barlow's a dickhead. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Avro, it's okay. Let's see. 36, 37, 38. Still drop Al from your 40, man. Yeah, let's see. I'm still pretty happy with my bullpen, though. Again, I got some younger options that are up there. Not all that upset. 36, 37. Should be good. We should be good. The Rule 5, Jesus, the Dodgers just signed two of the most expensive catchers. They got MJ Melendez as well. Yeah, Butler can go. Maciel can go. For you guys, Doss hasn't signed yet. Palma's the only one that you're waiting for. Brandon Lowe traded for Michael Harris. That's a cap dump if I've ever seen it. And Pete Alonso elects to take a 6-year deal. A 6-year deal. Shout out to Minnesota making it 6-2. A 6-year deal for Alonso to Houston. Have fun, buddy. Have fun. You deserve each other. Tanner Scott goes to the Milwaukee Brewers. Why'd the Dodgers just do that? Because they can? Who doesn't want this at catcher? I mean, Campazano can play first. That's probably the game plan, but it's still nuts. Garrett Whitlock for Dansby Swanson and Nick Senzel. Also going along with Whitlock. Interesting. Seems like a cap dump as well. Zach Little on his way to the Mets. Mackenzie Gore is now a Cardinal. Henry Davis also goes to the Mets. You guys are still waiting for Doss. Yuri Perez for Vinny Acosta. Alex Kirilloff also in that deal. Josh Young to the Twins. Riley Green to the Brewers. Yohan Moncada to the Angels. So we continue to wait for the Rule 5. You and Doss are going to arbitration. And indeed, we go to the Rule 5 as Jordan Balazovic goes to the Yankees. David Garcia to the Astros. And it is the Rule 5. I just lost Brett Harris. Which is fine. He's pure depth. I didn't think Baltimore would take him. I think I also just lost Colin Palouse. Well, I just lost 2 people off of the Rule 5 already. Fuck me. Yeah, it's alright. It's getting rid of pretty much nobody's. So you guys are up then. With pick number 15. Is there anybody to take? Okay, there's some interesting ones here. So at catcher, let's be honest, you know, you don't need anybody at all, and there's nobody that good. First base, you don't need anybody at all, there's nobody that good. Second base, you don't need anybody at all, and there's nobody that good. Third base, you don't need anybody, and there's nobody that good. Shortstop, you don't need anybody, and there's nobody that good. In left, you don't need anybody, and there's nobody that good. Center field, same thing. Unless you want one of my 2 outfielders, or Victor Mesa. And then in right, you don't need anybody, and there's nobody that good. For pitchers, you got Duran and Yoshida, but you don't need them, really. I'll go back to those 8 potentials in a minute. Don't worry. For relievers, Steve Moya. You know, that might not be a bad pickup there, chat. Just to get somebody else into the mix. You get Steve Moya, Hunter Wood, Sam Williams. And then in terms of the A potentials, third baseman, 24A, but he's a 57. 25A and a 68 for Kevin Lawrence, but you don't have the room to send anybody down to have that guy on the roster all season. Like flat out, if it was my choice, it's obvious. I'd take Steve Moya, because if you don't, I am, and if you take him, I'm taking Hunter Wood. Like those are the 2 best players available for both of our teams. You guys do have room for either Moya or Wood. Is it even a discussion? Steve Moya, he's your guy. Probably the only guy you're taking because you don't need a position player. Infinite Hunger's going with Moya. Is there any disagreement about Stevie Moya? I doubt there would be. Alright, Moya's the guy. For the Diamondbacks, I will be going for Hunter Wood. And that'll pretty much do it for us in the Rule 5. I just lost my 3rd player in this draft, and Michael Goldberg. So my overage depth options in AAA are getting taken. Oh no. None of which were overly important or would have made my roster, most likely. So that just frees up some space. Sweet. Lane Thomas gets traded to the Marlins. Mondesi to the Pirates. Jose Barrios to the Tigers after many good years in Toronto. Taylor Walls to the Texas Rangers. Buddy Kennedy, former Diamondback, on his way to the Cubs. Got 4 years at nearly $11 million per. Jay Allen, man, the Mets are spending big money. Hunter Green off to the Rockies to play with Old Torf. Harold Ramirez also to the Padres. Kyle Lewis to the Rays. 4 years, $32 million. Pedro Leon also goes to the Marlins. Sam Hilliard to the Astros. Josh Rojas to the Pirates. Brian Anderson to the Rays. J.P. Crawford to the Pirates. Candelario to the Rays. Chapman to the Mets. You can really see the teams that are spending money. Marcelo Meyer to the Minnesota Twins. This has been a very interesting offseason. Cedric Doss gets $10.1 million from arbitration. And I'm going to pay Hunter Wood $700K. That's nothing. Byron Buxton signs a one-year deal with the Yankees. And that brings us to looking at our rosters. And we'll start off in Arizona. So at catcher. Again, my opinion, you put Del Castillo and Yerzy on waivers. I mean, then again, you have them on the team, you might as well. But I would personally try to get Acosta onto the roster. I mean, the problem is he can only play catcher and he doesn't have an arm. I would put Acosta in the majors. You could put these guys on the block and wait, or just put those guys in AAA. So you have a decision to make at catcher, because all four of them are major league caliber. First base, hey, look at that, you're set. You might have to call up Campillo. Second base, Cam Corsi obviously won't be there. You guys don't even need him on your 40-man for now. No one will take him. You got Centron, Perdomo, Marte. You probably want Richard Calvert available. You got Bliss and Lawler. So yeah, Calvert might have to get called up. So the only real decision to make, what do you do? I mean, you can keep Perdomo. You might as well. It's just, what do you do at catcher? And then the outfield. Becerra, McAlpin, Carroll, Thomas, McCarthy, and Gallegos. All major league caliber. You got to get rid of one or two. Again, you might waste Kenny McAlpin by not playing him. He was the guy that could play first base. So you guys have those decisions to make. Let me know what you think. And then starting pitching, you got Doss, Burns, Carvajal, Jarvis, Goddard, Wood, Roush, and Wheat, Saccone, and Norris, all major league caliber. Good Lord. You have room for 6 of those guys. In terms of relievers, you could argue that like Carlisle and Ramirez aren't exactly ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go with 5 relievers here and then 7 starters, which would still mean sending down 3 starters. So the big question is which one of these starters up there goes, because it's obvious. It's obvious. Like Norris doesn't stay, Saccone doesn't stay. So you need to get rid of one of those starters. Could go with Goddard as the oldest, or Jarvis. Regardless, that is not an easy decision. Apparently Portillo's going to be on waivers. You won't lose him. Goodness. Alright. I don't know who you guys send down there for a starter. So like I said, you got to make a decision at catcher. You got to make a decision for which one of those starters gets sent down. For the A's, sweet, beautiful A's, I am probably putting Shea on the block as the Oilers are just pooping on the LA Kings. I'm probably getting rid of Shea, going with Allen or Rodriguez. Will Hare probably won't be in the majors. Fonte definitely won't be in the majors. Send down Medrano. He's still not quite ready. Nor is Park. And I would say Stone isn't quite ready either. We've had a lot of fun with it this year. I've had more fun with Road to the Show than anything else, but we've still had a good time. Okay, Muncy can play short. Good. He's Major League ready. Got a lot of Major League caliber outfielders. Oh boy. More fun than 2K10. Nothing's more fun than NHL 2K10. Alright. Arnez definitely isn't going to cut it. Juan Fran definitely isn't going to cut it. And then Brennan Davis is also going to have to go. Probably going to have to put him through waivers. Honestly, if it gets claimed, so be it. I can't imagine I'll get much for him anyway. Got my 4 relievers. So we both have some things to carve out here. And we will figure it out. Oops. So we go along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Perfect. Well, Ender, that's who it is. It's just, yeah, you're fine. Honestly, just send down 2 catchers and we're good. So Austin Allen, CJ Rodriguez, that's basically my roster set. In terms of the trade block, Shea is definitely on the list. Shea is definitely on the list. Goloff's probably on the list. Let's go Shea, Goloff, and I guess Brennan Davis in case he doesn't get traded. Yeah, that'll be my 3. We will go with Shea, Langeliers, Goloff, and Brennan Davis. And in response, offer me whatever. Offer me whatever you want, whatever you think's best. I got a freaking log jam of people anyway. Although Mason Wynn. I'd like to get rid of Mason Wynn as well, but we can keep him for now. Because I don't really have the depth if I were to get rid of him. So for you guys then, the big decision, what to do at catcher. Do you just want to send down Del Castillo and Yerzy, bump up Acosta, and then try to trade the other 2? Or do you want to ride with like Del Castillo until he gets traded? That is the question. It looked like the decision was to roll, excuse me, with Acosta. That looked to be the decision. So yours, you would have to go through waivers. If you lose him, whatever. He's not going to have any trade value. Del Castillo goes down. Acosta added to the 40-man. Looking good. Hawks with the gifted, by the way. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Alright, for the most part, your roster's set. Like, obviously, McCarthy gets sent down. McAlpin's up there. The big question is who to put on the trade block, I'd say. I guess Jackson Goddard can kind of be the odd man out based off of age. He'll also have to go on waivers temporarily. Both of us have a lot of people on waivers temporarily. I'll also say you guys had the better draft last year. You get an upgrade on Essential Scouts. And that is it, because you already had a damn good scouting department. And for myself, slight Central upgrade. West stays the same, International and East. Cool. So we each get slight improvements there. So let's see if by some miracle there was actually a spring training claim. And there was. So you guys do lose Jackson Goddard on waivers to Boston. It's revocable. But let's be honest, he's just, You don't have space for him. You really don't have space for him. He was, what, an 80 overall starting pitcher who's 32 already? If it was me, I would let go of him for the sake of time. Just let go of him. Brennan Davis cleared waivers for me. So, you guys do lose Jackson Goddard in the very, very rare spring training waiver claim. So, let's see. You're still going to drop one more dude. Yeah, I mean, like, where the hell did Goddard even fit in? Pitching, you're good. Torkelson, really Centrone. Is the other guy to go off a roster, and you guys have your 26 right there. I'll obviously fill out the the remainder in a minute, but I think we have our rosters. So for the Diamondbacks, Doss, Burns, Carvajal, Jarvis, Wood. Long relievers of Araush, Wheat, and Gilbert. Then you have Almonte, Helsley, Mercado, Moya, and Reyes. Proper closer for you now. That's a good team. Like, the bullpen's not stacked, but it's not awful. And again, if Benito Carvajal can step up for you, it'll be looking that much better. For the Diamondbacks, it's looking good, but how's it looking for the Athletics? We got Dustin May, Adrian Benitez, Gunnar Hoglund, Ryan Cusick, Corey Cohen, Tommy Tucker, and JT Ginn. Swaycos, Hunter Wood, Vesia, Lakins, and Garrett Crochet. Crochet, but still. So not looking bad there either. Lineup-wise, I'll just disappear for a minute. So let's see, it's got Castilla, Harrison, Acuna, Devers, Reyes, Villalobos, Soderstrom, Langeliers. Ooh, definitely don't like that it's playing Soderstrom in the outfield. And Mason Wynn. Got the likes of Gehringer, Banks, Galoff, Muncy, and Hare. I might just have to send Shea down immediately. I don't like that. And for you guys, I mean, look at this damn lineup. Gallegos, Turner, Marte, Torkelson, Thomas, Becerra, Carroll, Lawler, Donnelly. I mean, Bliss, Perdomo, Acosta, McAlpin don't play for the righty against DH, but that is a disgusting team. Like, make no mistake, that is a disgustingly good team. I am going to go with my gut here and immediately send down Shea, since we're going to try to trade him. Which means now we got Soderstrom at catcher, and Castilla ends up playing a little bit more, which is okay. I'd obviously want Gehringer to play over him, but Castilla's got the batting. I might have to get rid of Castilla. I might have to get rid of Castilla. I got a bit of a tough call in terms of who to get rid of here. Shea has definitely got to go. Galoff, it would be nice if he goes. Same with Wynn. Same with Brennan Davis. Damn, the boss with the beautiful 19 months. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. God. It's Galoff. It's Langeliers. Oh, it's gonna be the risky move of Castilla, because I'm all right with Brennan Davis just kind of sitting there for now. And then for the Diamondbacks, off of something that was mentioned in chat, Infinite Hunger, you are the winner on this. It'll be Bryce Jarvis, Del Castillo, and McCarthy for whoever's interested. So we are set up and ready to go for another beautiful season. Our teams ranked 1st and 4th. And in terms of the spring training prospect list, I got Madrano at third. Do we have anything for you guys? I got Austin Harrison at number 16. You guys have Lawrence Ramirez, who's going to be a stud at 29. And that's it. So we certainly have graduated a lot of players and don't have as much representation. Dimmadome, thank you for the Dimma bits.